Hey you guys, I'm so excited to have created a video today of this look. This look is going to be something very easy, very basic, minimal products used, and it's good for somebody that's 40 years and over. I'm 50 years old. You want to learn about some tips and tricks, or you want to learn how to create this look, just follow along and I would be happy to show you. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply an eyeshadow primer to all over my eyelids. What is an eyeshadow primer? Well, this is going to be something that's going to help the eyeshadow stick. It's going to help the eyeshadow blend. It's going to clean up all of the discoloration I have on my eyelids. So I get a nice little, this color is going to be somewhat kind of my skin tone, but it's going to be brighter and fresher, and it's going to let me start with a nice clean canvas to lay all of my colors. So just go under the eyebrow and clean up here. Sweep through the eyelid all the way through. Always start out with this first, always. You need to smooth it out. So just get a brush, kind of blend that out. It's a nice even layer. It'll look like new skin. See the difference? No primer, primer. Really makes a difference. This is going to allow everything to stick and last all day long. I think I need a little bit more here, here. You want it to cover the entire area. You want it to be smooth. I really love this product because there's different shades that the palette comes in, and it allows me to do multi things with this. So that's what it should look like, nice and clean, ready to go. The next step I'm going to do, because I want this to really stand out, is I'm going to grab another bit of that cream color. This is the palette that I was talking about. I'm going to get one of the dark shades. I've been experimenting and I really like the way this looks. I'm going to put a little bit of the darker shade on my palette. It has more of a tapered end. So that way I can stick it right into the crease. Build it up. This is a cream, okay? So I kind of just apply it right in there. And it's going to give me a pattern of where I want to add depth, okay? And I go to the other eye. I want everything to go upwards. I do not want anything to droop down. I want it to go up. Okay. Then I'm going to get a fluffy brush, this one, and I'm going to blend that out. But you got to blend fast because you don't want it to dry. But it is already drying. Uh-oh. That's okay though. See, this one blended really faster because I'm blending a little bit above my brow bone. The brow bone. A little bit. Kind of fanning it out. This one I gotta add a little bit more. Okay, now you see where I'm going with this? Looks a little crazy at first, but don't worry. Another clean brush, I'm just going to, fluffy clean brush, I'm just blending this out. And so far I've only used two products, two cream shade shadows. The neutral tone base, which is the eyeshadow primer, and a little bit of this contouring color to kind of give me some shape to my eyes. Here we go. The next step is I'm going to add a little bit of eyeshadow, and it's going to be, let's see, this dark brown. I'm just going to apply it right into the crease. A little bit over, crease just a bit. In, This is just a basic brown, dark brown matte eyeshadow. It's just about blending and having a little bit of patience. All right. I don't want this makeup to be too dramatic. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. That's it. 2 colors. If you want, which I'm going to, you can get more the same dark color. That is kind of a little intensity there at the outer corner. Lift. Okay. And I always just get in a fluffy brush and kind of if you want, you can reinforce the highlighted areas with a flat brush. There. There. Just reinforcing. I'm using all matte shadows. The reason why I use all matte shadows is because, for one, my eyes don't really care for shimmer. They get a little bit of irritation. Plus, it's going to accentuate all my little fine lines up in there. You see that? See those little things? If I put high shimmer in there, it's going to accentuate them. And that's the last thing you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes with my eyelash curler. Put the eyelashes on. Just going to get my glue on my band. Wait for it to get a little tacky. Always grab the eyelashes in the middle. I'm going to place them in the middle. Press. So now I'm going to apply a little bit of eyeliner. This is Smog by Urban Decay. I do not wear black or brown anymore. I think that is just too harsh for me. And so I use something that has a little bit more gold and bronzes, and brush up my brows a little bit. I do not fill my brows in anymore. I have a dear friend of mine that reminds me occasionally of how much she loves that I don't fill in my eyebrows. And I agree. It looks more softer. So now we're going to go on with complexion. First, I'm going to get a little bit of my foundation. I want to tell you something. The amount of product that I use is very minimal. It's drops. It's just a little bit before I'd be like full pumps. You don't need all of that. I know you see all of that on social media and think that you need that much foundation, but I think when you start to get a little bit more mature, you realize that you don't need all of that. Maybe in our 20s or our 30s, even our 40s, we wore our makeup that way. And it's okay if you're getting into your 50s and you want to try new things and you want your makeup to look a little bit different. We used to love the all matte, full coverage. That's my era. Full coverage, concealer, powder on top. Yeah, no, I don't do that at all anymore. Sometimes I just get with my fingers and just blend it out like that because I feel like it gets more smoother that way. Anybody gonna talk about these? No. Here's how we're gonna combat that. Little color corrector. Do a little color corrector on my palette. So I'm gonna show you. Little corrector there. A tiny pump of like that much. That's MAC. And then a little bit of this NARS creamy concealer. I'm gonna put the top, like maybe 1 roll, 2, 3 rolls of that. Okay, I'm gonna mix this all together. Mix, 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 mix. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna clean up under here and there. Remember, I want everything to go up. Now, the number one thing that we have to be concerned about under the eyes is it creasing. So I have been using way too much product, and I really had to wean myself out of putting so much product on there. So you see the difference? Bright, lifted, this, puffy, sad. A little color corrector to correct the darkness, and then some brightening for lifting. And guess what? Concealer, corrector, foundation, done. Not 1,000,001 steps. I don't want everything to be so flat. I need a little bit of dimension in my face, a little bit of my contour colors, and mix, 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 mix. Now, most people put it down here and go like that. No, you want it to be upwards. Okay? Up. A little warm. I might put a little bit in my there. Blend that out a little bit. Okay. Just blending that out a little bit. And that's what's great about creams. If you mess up, you can kind of just correct it, go over with powders. Once you got it on there, it's harder to correct. So I use all cream products. And that's key with mature makeup, I think. I do not use any powders except for the eyeshadows. Oh, I do a little bit of powder with blushes, but I'll show you that afterwards. So this is my cream blush, and I just swipe all of them. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I smile and I go up towards my hairline. I use a little bit of blush powder just to kind of reinforce that, and a tad bit highlight. I'm not going to put anything under my eyes as far as powder. Just going to. Okay. So far we're just about done. I am going to apply a little bit of this brow gel so my brows could stay up. Very hard for me to find colors that I like as far as lip goes. I use lip liner to fill in the whole entire lips. That way, the color lasts longer. Because I do not want to reapply Ain't no one got time for that. All right. Then a little bit of mascara. Then you could put a little bit of gloss. Let me see, this one is good. Just quick, simple, easy. Let me know what you think. I'm going to finish my hair. I'll be back.